Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Monthly Horoscope, September 2018, and it is for you coming from Capricorn. So let me shuffle my Kabbalistic tarot cards. And the first card that I pull will be to do for your first 15 days regarding your job area. And for you coming from Capricorn, it's a very, very good card. It's a perfectly wonderful card for your job, which will give you plenty of reward, and you will be brought to the notice of your superiors, and you will be able to attract promotions or more money. And if you want to change your job, this would be the perfect 15 days to go and apply as well. So the first 15 days of September are going to be very beneficial with your job area. Do your best and you'll get many rewards. The second card that I pulled will have to do with business, and what a wonderful card. It says one business is connected to another, which means that related businesses are what you must go after, and you will be able to do extremely well in the first 15 days. There are partnerships, there's more money, there are new contracts to be found, and at the same time you can have long-term opportunities coming your way. So the first 15 days for business, very exciting for you. And the third card that I pull will be for general financial areas. Well, it's not the best of cards, so it's better if you don't take it for granted that you might get your loans or that you might get investors to come in. This part of it is a bit dicey. It says that you will have to plan things forward and not expect things very quickly. So don't expect in this first 15 days of September in your general finances that you're going to get a whole bucket full of money, no. But opportunities, yes. I'm going to put the cards back and I'm going to shuffle them, and I'm going to talk to you about the first 15 days for romance. And well, it says you can find a very new romance, that's not the problem. But there will come difficulties in communication. So somehow the communication area between the two of you is going to easily turn into arguments. That's the only thing I worry about. Apart from that, I would say that this new romance you found would be in time to come a good one. So your first 15 days may be very touchy and maybe a ground of getting together and to know each other. So take your time and try to avoid any argument or miscommunication. That's the only little worry I have. Apart from that, you can get a good romance and you can find a good one too. The second card I'm going to pull is for marriage, and it's a very aggressive card. So it shows that you are going to be very aggressive in the area of marriage. Well, don't do that, because generally speaking this card is peaceful. But there are elements here where there's fire all around. So the fire can be created by you, the fire can be created by your marriage partner. Make sure it's not from you. And if it's from your marriage partner, be calm and it will subside very fast. I like your first 15 days even for your marriage, except that there can be flare-ups now and then. So you don't want to provoke, and if somebody provokes you, just stay calm and you'll be all right. So it's a positive card that you have pulled for your area of area of marriage. Now the general family areas, I would suggest looking at this card that don't let anybody, your family members like your siblings, brothers, sisters, or your parents interfere with your marriage or in your romance. I think that would be the best way to tackle this. Otherwise, there can be many differences and many problems cropping up. So your general family area, let them be not involved in your personal area of romance or marriage. Okay, I'm now going to talk to you about your lucky dates. I'll come back to you about your last 15 days later. So, what does this card say about your lucky dates in the month of September? And you coming from Capricorn. Well, I'm going to definitely aim for the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd and the 31st, because it shows that many unexpected things can be possible for you. and so forth. The numbers of unexpectedness where Capricorn is concerned is the 4th, 13th, 22nd and 31st. So on these dates, whether to change for the romance or to improve the romance and marriage, whether to change for the jobs or apply for a new job or to speak to your bosses, and whether in business to make a move, these dates 4th, 13th, 22nd, 31st are very, very important to you. So bookmark them. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages to see which are the lucky ages, especially lucky in the month of September for those coming in Capricorn. And okay, I will settle for the number 5. Well, that's a sign of Mercury here. So I will say that your lucky ages are like this. If you happen to be the ages of 23 or 32 or 41 or 50 or 59 or 68 or 77, then you're going to be lucky in one area or another. Is it the new romance? Is it the ongoing romance? Is it the marriage? Is it the job, the business, the finances? Somewhere around the line, in the month of September, if you're of these ages, you're going to get very lucky. So that's the good news for you. I'm going to pull another card, and this is going to talk to you about your health for those coming from Capricorn. Okay, this is your card for health in Capricorn. And the first thing it points to is your whole digestive area, which could be your bowels or your stomach or your colon, which is a large intestine. And after that, it talks very much about spinal issues. Some problems with the spine, especially to the lower spine, is very possible. So you have to be very cautious that these areas you will have to tend to check up during this month of September. Alright, now I'm going to go back to the last 15 days for you, and I'm going to shuffle these cards. And the last 15 days, based on this card, let me see, for you coming from Capricorn. Wow, they are fantastically good card. It says the last 15 days is going to give you many benefits. And firstly, let's talk of the job, and you'll get many benefits like promotion or more money. And if you want to apply for a new job, this is the time, last 15 days, to do it. And you will be very happy. And it says there's expansion in your job and more responsibilities. So very good news about your job. Let's go to the business areas. Well, the business area says you have to determine who wants to be the leader in a group of business people. So if you have to work with other business people, I would suggest you don't want to take the lead and let somebody else to take the lead, and you will do much better. If you're on your business on your own, then this is a very good card. So if there are partners, there can be a little bit of rumbling about who wants to take the lead. But if you are on your own, you will do very well with this card. It shows plenty of progress, money can be made, and long-term business ventures can be had. So very good news in your business areas. Let me pull a card to talk about your general finances. Is very good. You don't have to worry. This last 15 days is going to give you enough hope and satisfaction and the possibility of even either going to a new business or venturing into some new areas as well. So a good card for you in that area of job, business and finances. Now let me pull a card to see about your romance. And that's for the last 15 days. And it's another very good card. So you're very lucky in the area of new romances, and you'll find more than one. And so enjoy yourself in the last 15 days as well, finding a new romance and doing extremely well. So you got everything going for you in terms of chasing for new romance. And this next card I pull will have to do with your ongoing romance, and it's very good as well. It shows a lot of openness and the ability to be together. It shows an enjoyment together, and it shows the possibilities of good communications. And it's just a very pleasant card that I pulled for you regarding your area of ongoing romance. So that's very stable for you, and you'll be a very happy person. This third card which I pulled is regarding your marriage. Well, generally speaking, this card is okay, but when I look into signs, there is a miscommunication that can happen in the last 15 days where your marriage is concerned. So be careful, don't want to get into arguments. And that's the main problem here. So as long as you can control that and keep your ego under control as well, and don't show your temper. It's a good card in the sense there's a continuity of things happening. So you're going to have very good possibilities in your marriage areas. Just try not to upset anybody, and if somebody upsets you, just take it easy. So marriage considered a long-term affair is good, nothing is broken, everything is a continuity as well, except the communication area can get very sensitive, so be careful you don't allow that to disturb you. One more card I'm pulled is for the general family area. I don't see any problems, but it's a cluster of many things happening here. So I would translate this card as keep your romance area or your marriage area away from any influence from your siblings, your brothers and sisters, or your parents. That's how I would advise you to do. Well, I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session. And during this 90 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about your next 7 or 8 years in detail. And it'll cost you USD 50 for these 90 minutes. And based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms, I will tackle your next 7 or 8 years, age by age, calendar year by calendar year in detail, and cover all areas for you. I'll give you your lucky lottery numbers in detail for once and for all for the rest of your life, based on your date of birth, time of birth, and your palms. And I'll give you your lucky numbers, your lucky directions, your lucky days, a lot of information given to you. So with all that, you will be very much in control for the next 7 or 8 years. So go to Facebook, go to Skype, send me a message on email, and I'll come back to you as soon as possible. And let's get this 90-minute going to help you get your next 7 or 8 years as perfect as well. And that will cost you USD 50. How about that? That's all. Until then, thank you and good luck.